Speaking freedom. Speaking freedom. Giving you the answers to be free. Be free. Be free. 'Cause we're speaking freedom. And we're live online with Kaci.
Out that his policies are failing. Then he's trying to blame, everything. I want to blame Vladimir Putin for all of my failures. We have inflation because of Vladimir Putin. No, we had it 5 months. Every month he's been president, almost, it has gone up dramatically. And then he wants to blame high gas prices on Vladimir Putin and the invasion in Ukraine. That's not true either. You're going to blame Vladimir for your border crisis? You're going to blame Vladimir because you ran out of COVID tests over Christmas? You ran out of monoclonal antibodies over Christmas? Are you going to blame Vladimir Putin for your disaster that is Afghanistan? Are you going to blame Vladimir Putin for your cowardice when it comes to supplying the Ukrainian insurgency with planes that they want and desperately need because they want to fight to save their country, a sovereign nation? You know, how many more mass graves are we going to see? How many more dead children do we have to see before you might say there's a moral imperative? There is a right and there is a wrong. The person that invaded the sovereign country, that would be Vladimir Putin. And as I'm just watching all of this, and then he's telling House Democrats, you got to do a better job of selling the agenda. Anyway, one of the candidates that is now running for the Senate out of the great state, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, is Dr. Oz is back with us. Sir, how are you?
Doing very well. You exactly identify why people are so worked up in Pennsylvania. You know, I do this little element at the beginning of our big town hall. Probably 300-400 people come to these things. I have a blood pressure cuff right in the middle of the set. And not to intimidate people, but to ask them, what is getting your blood pressure up? And what you just said will definitely raise people's blood pressure. You know, sometimes numbers are so high, it's difficult to treat them. But,
by the way, doctor, I'm raising my own blood pressure as I have to talk about this for 4 hours a day, so I probably need some kind of medication. But go ahead.
So, people, you walk up there and they're always shocked at how angry it is.
So these are topics that I just went over in the previous video, but it's just crazy that America lacks accountability. America lacks the ability to take responsibility for its actions. Now, when you talk about the national debt, all of that, a lot of these things are self-inflicted things that we placed on ourselves. And I say we, meaning the government as a collective. And I say that we place them on ourselves because our government in history created the debt ceiling so that spending wouldn't go berserk. But the concept of money and debt is a concept created that did not exist at one point in time. So everything that we see going on is really a matter of a numbers games playing with the economic structure of things because it's a numbers game. Like, it's just so crazy because a lot of people don't realize that although we use money as a medium in exchange for services, deeds, products, and whatever else we need, it doesn't really exist. It's only as real as we make it to be. And when I say that, I mean, if I decided to help somebody out of the kindness of my heart and didn't charge them anything, that would do the same thing that money is doing. The reason why they say money is the root to all evil, but because it was created for the sense of greed and power. If right now they decided to end the use of the dollar bill, all the money that you have would be useless. It would be fruitless because somebody designed it and created it for you to buy into, to exchange your time for money. I always think back to Monopoly and to how a similar life is to that board game as far as acquiring property, paying utilities, and everything else that game encompasses shows us what they were planning to do. It's almost like, in my opinion, like a lot of ideals, a lot of narratives are introduced to us as people through games, entertainment, and otherwise. in order to implant those seeds in our minds, so when it happens, we won't be like, oh my gosh, no, I can't believe it happened. Because now in our mind, we have been, it's not programming until it's stuck. Those seeds have been planted with certain things so that we could think a certain way, not realizing that if that seed wasn't never planted, it could have never took root. And it's a lot of things that we would fight against that we're just okay with because we don't know the truth. Only thing we know is what is allowed to be shown and told to us, unless we have the audacity to go and find information on our own. But most people don't. This is one of the reasons why I kind of created that portion of Speaking Freedom that gives education and information to broaden the perspective of the listeners, because a lot of this information, one, people don't know where to go. People don't know what to look for when they go. And then it's a lot of information, so it is a blessing to be able to have somebody that can break down the things that you may not understand because you don't know what the shit means. And it is interesting, to say the least, to be the person that tries to help, I want to say, for lack of better terms, the common people, civilians that are okay with being fed information instead of going to gain and inquire the knowledge to grow their own understanding. It's just one of those things. It's like, do we allow people to fester in ignorance, the lack of understanding, the lack of knowledge, because the ability is majority of the times present. The ambitions, the determinations, the intentions, the goals, and all of those things are normally missing. So the objective has to be, or should be, that we begin to do what we do well and then educate others. We can either charge people to help the world to become a better place, or we can make the world a better place so that we can live a better life. I prefer to make the world a better place, to live a better life, and however God blesses me financially for feeding into his people, then so be. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to work hard for whatever it is that I'm into or doing or considering. It's just my focus is a little bit different because I understand the value of helping others understand the world around them. And that's what Speaking Freedom presents Good Head Group, providing advanced spiritual studies and personal developmental insight. Brought to you by Love Gang and Speaking Freedom. We look forward to helping you grow in all the areas of your life. We hope that you find all the information needed for your growth. God bless. Please listen to all disclaimers provided. If you are currently under physician's care, please maintain that relationship. This is not intended to stop your current treatment plan. If you need physician care, please seek out medical attention. Please note, all results are based on the individual's ability to adapt and adjust to any given environment and situation. We are not responsible for your results at Speaking Freedom. The life enhancement coaches at Speaking Freedom provide information to help you grow. You are responsible for maintaining that growth, taking on and then applying the information to your individual life as you deem needed and necessary. This may contain and explain explicit content. Please use parental discretion. For best results, you will need an open mind, the ability to research, and a balanced lifestyle.
Please join us daily for your inspiration and motivation.
We have the entire world to offer you at your fingertips. Your life enhancement coaching specialist. Thank you for choosing us to assist you in accomplishing your personal and professional goals. And have a beautiful day. In love, we trust. This is brought to you by Good Head Group, Love Gang, and Speaking Freedom. We thank God for you, and we love you.
Hi, I'm Kaci. Dr. Kaci, to be exact, owner of Speaking Freedom LLC, Love Gang, and Good Head Group LLC. I am also a certified life coach and host of Speaking Freedom Radio and TV. Although I have recently became an ordained minister, please be aware that I am still me, raw and uncut the way God made me and allowed life to shape me. I pray and expect God to use me for people who can receive the way I communicate, as well as my delivery. I am not for those who are already saved, religious, or super deep. I am for the leaders, hustlers, and street influencers around the world, including pimps, killers, drug dealers, and working girls. I am sharing my experiences and perspective to help someone be inspired to be better. And for those who can identify with the various aspects of my mindset. My mindset alone does not determine the status of any active connections or current relationships that have not already been specifically addressed. Additionally, these recordings should not be taken personally if I have not already spoken to you about the topic or expressed that I have an issue. These recordings are a part of my life's work to document my experience, perspective, and to see how life has shaped me. My plan in using my stories publicly and socially is to encourage growth in those who can identify with the experiences and find inspiration in my life to heal and overcome the path that they've been set on, no matter what they face, as according to the purpose of their soul, until healing takes place. Despite the experiences that I may have had with any person, sometimes known and unknown, I hold no grudges, no hate, no bitterness, or any other ill feelings against anyone. I pray that your life is whole and very fruitful. I forgive you as I hope that you forgive me if I have wronged you or anyone that you know or anyone who listens to me. I pray that you have peace and extend the same grace to others. I have love for everyone, especially on a human level, despite flaws or experiences. But that doesn't mean that I will associate or be close to every human that I know or meet. I've experienced a very eventful life and truly believe that my mindset and story based on experiences could help those who identify with how I think and are looking for inspiration to grow further, go beyond hurt, and be great. I pray that these recordings bless you and your soul in every way and whatever way God has intended. Sending love and light to all. Thanks for listening. Achieve your dreams.